Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use proximity prompts in Roblox. Okay, let's say we have a part, and let's just make it a rectangle, maybe like a mini wall, let's say. And if the user wants to get through this wall, they have to click a button or something. So let's have this wall right here, maybe just change the colour of it up a little bit, maybe make it red, and so and so. Now, if we were to actually touch this, let me anchor it. We won't be able to go through it, and with Can Collide on, we won't be able to go through it. Now, let's say when the user presses E on maybe a button on the wall or taps it, we want the wall to just disappear. Well, how can we do that? What we can do is add in a proximity prompt onto the wall. So now, if we hit test and play, you'll see when we go near it, you'll see we can interact with it. Now, there's nothing we can really do here at the minute because we've not played around with our proximity prompt. Let's say maybe we want our proximity prompt to be on a certain area. Let me add in another part into our wall here. And I'm just going to put this part right here and maybe make it a bit more square. Sort of as if it was like a handle to a door. Let's then make this green. And let's say we want the proximity prompt to be on this green part here. What we can do is then drag our proximity prompt and it will be attached to this green bit. So the radius will be when you're near the green wall. So there's a few key things you need to know about proximity prompts. They have a key code, an object text, an action text, and we can change these. So as you can see, if we go on the proximity prompt, if you open up the properties tab under view properties, so we've got action text, clickable prompt, enabled, and all sorts of fun things we can play around with. Well, enabled, of course, if that's off, it's not going to be enabled. That's pretty straightforward. Clickable prompt, if you turn that off, you won't be able to hold click on it. You'll have to press E rather than being able to click or tap. Gamepad key codes, this is like if you're on like Xbox, you can change what key it is to use it rather than E. You've got your keyboard key code, which by default is E. I'm just going to leave it as that. Hold duration, this is the amount of time you have to hold E for. If I make that 2 seconds, then after 2 seconds it will do something. So the hold duration is the amount of time you have to hold it for. So let me go back up to the action text. When we've got interact, let's just say hide door. Now, under our object text, we will say close or something like that. I'm turning this into a door now, yes. In fact, actually, rather than hide door, let's say hide wall. And then object text, let's say remove. So now, if we hit play, you will see, oh, I've not anchored it, it now says remove hide wall. And of course you can change that to whatever you like. Requires line of sight means do you have to be looking at it or do you just have to be within the radius? And max activation distance, that's how far you have to be stood away from it before you can see the E or the proximity prompt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a script into our proximity prompt, and in here you'll see there's loads of interesting functions. So this is the main code you'll see when it comes to proximity prompts. Up here you've got the proximity prompt service. This allows you to get access to functions like prompt triggered, prompt button held began, prompt button hold ended, and things like that. So for example, when the prompt is triggered, we will call some code, and we will print hello world. I was triggered. Or something like that. And when the whole on prompt hold began, let's print hello world, I began an input. And on prompt hold ended, let's print hello world, I ended an input. And what will happen is once we trigger the prompt, so once it's actually been fired, it should print this text up here. When we begin our hold, it should print this. When we end our hold, it should print this. So this may look a bit complicated, but that's all there really is. In a minute I'll show you how I will hide a wall or something after it's held down. So let's go over to it, and so as you can see, I start E, I let go, I began, I ended, and when it reaches 100% it'll say I was triggered. So it's only triggered once the proximity prompt has been held all the way down. Okay, now I'm going to remove some of these because I only want it if it's triggered. And when it's triggered, I want to essentially get the wall. Let me anchor the part as well. I want to simply get the wall and delete it. So I'm going to say script.parent, because that is the proximity prompt. .parent is the part. .parent is the actual wall. :destroy. And now you'll see. In fact, actually, I'm going to wait 0.5 seconds before I destroy it. So now this way, when we hold it down and it triggers it, it will delete the wall. I'm holding it, and it's gone. And that's it. That's all there is to it. That is proximity prompts summed up. It's as simple as that. And proximity prompts are very useful. You can use them for doors, for things like this. You can use them for entering and exiting vehicles. They're amazing. You can use them for anything. So I hope this clears any confusion up. If there's still anything you want to kind of figure out, let us know, and I will try and reply to as many comments as I can. We've got a Discord server where you can talk about any problems you may encounter, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.